Spotlight over the city.
You ready to rock, y'all? To the beat, y'all. Keep going, and you don't stop.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city.
Welcome to Spotlight Over the City, and I'm here with the one and only, the big homie of all big homies, Mr. James Prince himself. What's going on, big homie?
Oh, yeah. What's up, DC?
I put the spotlight on your city.
The moral voice of the movie. I'm playing a old school cat that's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them first. So that's how that's going.
You got warrants in D.C.?
I got warrants all over the place. I got warrants in 6 countries.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they Hollywood, baby.
I'm a money out. I follow in the E-class with the goggles. 96 models.
No, we can't take it. I can't take it.
The one and only Lambert is in the building.
I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they Hollywood, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, I put the
Saying
spotlight.
your spotlight over the city is on to something bigger than y'all think.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they Hollywood, baby.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? Keep clapping, so I put a clapping to that boy.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar.
Y'all backstage with the one and only Mr. Trey Chaney. Give it up one.
And when you in the DMV, you rocking with Spotlight Over the City.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar.
Spotlight over the city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I am your host, Stan Long, along with the lovely Terry T-Bomb Long. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Man, we got a live audience, you guys. Thank you guys for coming, man. We appreciate you guys for being a part of Spotlight Over the City. Love you, audience. Got a great show for you guys today.
Don't we though?
You looking really cute.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, and spicy.
Hey,
I
y'all,
like that.
tomorrow will be 5 years that we've been in a relationship.
5 years.
Yes, 5
Okay,
years.
but wait. Speaking of that, we got a little surprise.
We do?
Mighty Mouse, if you could, can you just bring out a little something or somebody?
Wait
Can
a
you just-
minute, babe.
What?
What is
I even thought of you. I said, this is because dealing with me for 5 years, I know it's pretty tough.
Lord?
So I said,
oh,
well-
no.
Don't do that. So I said, well, I said I'll have a little flowers for my wife today. Thank you for putting up with me. And
Are we live?
Are we live? Yeah, we live. So we'll let those sit over there for the rest of the show. How about that?
Oh, you are
Now,
the best
I have
husband.
to be honest. It was kind of, I was rushing and running around, had other stuff going on earlier with Whiskey Rice. Shout out Whiskey Rice. And so I broke 2 of your roses in half trying to hide them. Sorry. But anyway, on to
You
the next.
are the best husband. Oh, tonight.
Oh, see, that's what I was working on. Yeah, I've been working on it. See, that's working. So you can read the card later. We got to get into the show. Thank you, ATL. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Philly. Thank you, shout out Jeannie Jones. Happy birthday, Jeannie in LA. Out LA, baby. We appreciate you. Love. Thank you for being a part of Spotlight as usual.
Yes.
Thank you to everybody in the DMV that's tuned in the Spotlight. I'm looking urban today because I'm representing for the hood.
Yeah, he was on
I
the
be in the
show last
streets and
week.
stuff, doing stuff for the hood and all that. So basically, the guy that was on the show last week, shout out Fats,
Yeah.
he's come a long way. So Beyond Gutter is to represent the fact that you were somewhere and you became something else and became bigger and
That's
did
right.
something beyond gutter. So
That's right, I love
he
it.
has become something bigger. He has a hair salon, salon slash unisex salon, whatever you call it, and he also has a clothing line. So young man, so I wanted to give it up to him and all the pioneers from Eddie Van, Madness Shop, Hobo, everybody who did something in the city,
Yep.
especially my man Ed, that's the big homie. Everybody though who did something independent in the city, we salute you guys for being who you are, because that's how come Maryland has become one of the #1 for entrepreneurship in the country. And that's why PG County is called Black Wall Street. And that's why I'm the president of Black Wall Street.
That's right.
Yeah,
Y'all heard what
So
he
on that
said.
note, let's get it popping. We got a great
Well,
show.
real
Urban
quick.
Style Media was in
Shout
the
out
building.
Mo Sauce. Y'all want
Mo
some of these
Sauce,
DC
yeah,
hats?
go to Mo Sauce 1 on Urban on what?
On Instagram.
On
He's
Instagram,
at
yeah,
Mo
he's
Sauce.
on IG, y'all. He's
If
on
y'all
IG.
want
Mo
one of these-
Sauce, shout out to homie Mo Sauce.
Yes.
He's from here actually, but he moved away, and so he does has not just for the DMV, but for your city as well. So
Yep, let
shout
him
out to Mo Sauce.
All right.
Yeah, Whiskey Right.
Yeah,
Shout out to you guys for I'm partnering now with Whiskey Right. I'm now brand ambassador as well. And the thing that I like about it, they say, how did you get hooked up with a whiskey? Is what the question been buzzing through the city. Well, I did my homework on it, and Whiskey Right is a solid company. First of all, it's a black-owned company. It's black-owned and distilled, and I figured that was a great situation to be able to own your own direction. And so, second of all, I found out that whiskey had some great benefits for old people like myself. And I was like, wow. So, I mean, with diabetes, with all kind of different things, if you do all you have to do is Google 10 great benefits of whiskey. You remember back in the day, they didn't have medication that they would give you, so you had to drink whiskey and put some lemon in it, and grandma put heat it up for you, and next thing you know, you were straight. So I found out a lot of things were still beneficial. It's not just alcohol that we're pushing, and we always say drink responsibly as well. So shout out Whiskey Right.
All right, well, we have a great show lined up for you guys tonight. We have got the first black professional boxing ring announcer.
Yes,
in the
we
building.
do.
Mr. Henry Discombobulating Jones,
Jones
is
in the
building
building.
tonight,
Yes,
y'all.
he is. Give it up for him in the building. Yes.
Yes. But that ain't it. We ain't done. Y'all thought we were finished? No. We got gospel recording artist Kanita Washington in the
Man,
building.
give it up.
And listen, we got some other fun stuff to talk about tonight too, so we got to get going.
So we do have to get going, but first of all, I always say shout out Black History Month. Just know that Black History Month we are Black history, and so let's be clear that without our history, you have no history. So you can't be confined to Black History Month. As black folks, we have to know that we are history. We are history. If you don't believe it, do your history. And you'll find out quickly that we are Black History every month.
That's right,
not
baby.
just February. So salute to February being recognized.
That's right.
As Black History Month. Let's rock.
Spotlight News is sponsored by Umbrella Therapeutic Services. CEO Wes Jones. We were celebrating his birthday last night.
Happy birthday, Wes Jones, the CEO of Umbrella Therapeutic Services,
That's
one
right.
of our largest sponsors. So we appreciate you, Wes,
Yes,
for
we
being
do.
who you are and putting together a great program.
That's
Happy
right.
birthday.
Umbrella Therapeutic Services is DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization. They provide community support, medication management, and therapy for groups and individuals. Any DC resident aged 5 through 100 eligible for their services, you can contact them at 1-888-793-4357 and ask for Umbrella Therapeutic Services.
Yes, 5 to 100.
Yes, Monique is salty with Oprah again, y'all.
Again?
Yes.
Okay, what happened this time, White?
She went on social media and wrote like a letter and
Okay,
saying
Monique.
how Oprah is a sellout and she doesn't support her people. And Monique want to call her out. She's like, I just want to ask her why. Why do you show more favoritism for those that don't look like us? And
So
what
do
do
you
think?
agree? I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think on Facebook?
I-
Shout out my man Jeff on Facebook. Hope, Lyric. What's up, Lyric? Who else on Facebook? We had to take a break. Facebook break. Everybody on Facebook. I can't read it all, but shout out to y'all. What do you guys think on Facebook?
I'm torn about it. Initially, I used to just be like, Monique, I just need her to be quiet a little bit. Like, chill out a little bit and go after your money.
Well, I like
know?
Monique. I'm going to just say this about Monique, and I'm going to leave her alone real quick. I like Monique. Shout out to Monique. She's legendary. She's done some really classic things along her journey. But I will say, I think that her husband, Sidney, needs to sit the hell down. He's a goofball to me, and I want him to chill out a little bit because he kind of taints her brand. He doesn't have a brand. So he's only known because of her brand. So when you understand branding, you know you can't be goofy when you're dealing with a brand. So it's a certain way to handle people. See, when you're in the media, you don't publicly handle a private situation. You
Yeah.
be private. That's grown people business. Be grown.
Right.
So when you goofy, you come into public and air it out and try to get everybody on your side and all that, and that's not going to help you when you're dealing with a certain group of people. They don't care how many people you... So at the end of the day, it's not just Monique complaining about Miss Winfrey, but at the end of the day, I think that she barks the loudest because she's complained so much.
Yeah.
And the things that she
But
complains
what she was
about
saying
is a
today
private matter.
were
It's
valid.
private.
So
Yeah, it's valid. Yeah,
Oprah, I'm side-eyeing.
Yeah, Oprah, I think that you do a whole bunch of house stuff. I think that you do, you can have a lot more power in our community than you do. I believe that it was a black Dr. Phil somewhere in the wings that you could have put in a slot to catapult forward to be brilliant as a psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever you want to call them. I think a lot of things could be different as far as when you get a power position, then you have to understand power. And so then when you can call shots, call them, Oprah, call them. Don't be a coward.
Well, speaking of
Call the
Oprah, your girl Gayle King is
She's
in
not my girl
hot
anymore.
water. She not you broke
Well,
up?
I'm not quick to jump on the bandwagon about everything that's going on with the little rhetoric, but she's not my girl anymore based on what I heard, the little sidebar. Yeah, we'll go ahead and finish your
Well,
intro.
before we speak on it, let's play the clip and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll be right back. Spotlight.
It's
Y'all
been said
wait.
that his legacy is complicated because of sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time, Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, you know, Lisa, go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Kobe's, he was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. I just don't believe that. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful. At this time, it's like if you had questions about it, you've had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something that we should keep hanging over his legacy. I mean, it went to trial.
Yeah, with the cases, it was dismissed because the victim in the case refused to testify. So it was dismissed.
And I think that's how we should leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City. So that's the clip. That's a mini clip of it. That's not the whole interview. But anyway, what I was trying to show is how Lisa Leslie tried to curb the situation, even when she tried to kind of. So let me just paint a different picture in case people say, well, I don't see what's the big deal, and we'll do. So let me show you what the big deal is, to me, in my opinion.
Okay, let me hear it.
You have certain things called gatekeepers in the industry. Like, I've been around the industry for some years. You got what we call gatekeepers in the industry, and that's people who allow certain situations to be announced to the public, and then it gives an okay signal for other people to announce things in the public. So they always try to get black people to announce other black idiotic stuff in the public because they think we so goofy that we will, and we do. And so the problem right now is, Gayle, I no disrespect to you, it's this a learning tool. We have to learn not to be puppets for certain power tools to open up gates for people to do certain things, because to piss on somebody's legacy would be something that certain entities would love to do, would love to do. Yeah. So they would use a black person to open up the gates, and then all of the media would start trampling on the legacy before he could be buried, right? Before you could put a man in the grave. Yeah. And so they would use a black person to say, well, Gayle King said this first. And so with a power structure, as you should be, Miss Gayle King, you should understand and don't be so game goofy, is what that would be called. You're game goofy. And so, you know, you have to learn that everything ain't for ratings. Everything ain't about all money's not good money. You have to be clear on that. And when you have $2, $3, then you don't have to be subject to whorism, is what I'll call that.
That's
you don't
right.
have to be subject to that anymore. And
That's
you're
right.
either Oprah. You don't have to, you know, sometimes, like Martin Luther King said on this day, it's befitting. It's Black History Month. They can't ride your back, Oprah, unless you bend over. Because when you stand up and stand for something, then you can't get them to ride your back no more. And when you work for $1 billion, then you should stand up.
That's right, baby. Well, you know what? I dropped the mic. Amen to that. My husband said it all. I couldn't have said it.
That's
any
just
better.
my opinion.
Listen.
It ain't the comments of mine, ain't of urban style media or none of that. It's Stan Long, and that's just how I feel. And I think that if black people start being more boisterous, because it's, you know, we in a free state now. I don't know that we know that, so let's just be clear. Let me just take a little 2 seconds to edit. I know I'm taking up a little more time, but I just want us to have a little understanding. Because Spotlight Over the City, God gave me a platform.
Right,
and
baby.
so the platform is not for buffoonery, but for clarity. And so we have enough buffoon TV. I'm not that. So for today, let's just be clear real quick. 1619 until last August of 2019 gave you 400 years of a slave mentality. Not that you're chained up to your thing. You still had your little salary with your pulse. We get that. But we talking about a mentality now that has been freed up by God. Freed up, I say, by God. And so once that happens, you can speak things to existence, and you don't have to be a slave anymore. You can become the black person that God had connected you to become. So now, you guys, it's time to step into something and stop letting buffoonery be the showcase for your spotlight and actually have something to say to the public because you have a platform. And so because I have a platform, I decided that sometimes, just sometimes, you have to take time to do things that don't have a damn thing to do with entertainment, but has something to do with intellect and putting something into the public. So today, public, know that speak things into existence, connect yourself back to God, and the power that was stripped from you from way back has now come back. So it's time for us to get back to that. And now back to the regular scheduled program.
I mean, yes, baby.
Yeah, this is a platform.
Y'all, I love this man. Y'all know
They
that.
dumb down all the time.
That's
Sometimes,
right.
just not all the time.
Yes.
Let's rock. Let's
All
go.
right.
Spotlight
Okay.
business. We back to the show now.
Okay, back to the show. I just want to say congratulations to Prince George's County Fire and EMS, the new chief, Black Lady, Black Magic, Tiffany Green. Congratulations.
Yes, give it up for Tiffany Green.
Yes.
The first,
Yes.
right? The first.
She is the first woman to hold the position, and she's the 9th black woman in U.S. history to even be the chief. So, yes.
So she the chief.
Yes.
The first.
Congrats to her.
So do you see that's what I'm speaking on? So a lot of first things are starting to happen. You have a whole bunch of black first quarterbacks when you couldn't find a quarterback. You have a whole bunch of first black coaches when you couldn't get them to be nothing but assistant. You have a whole bunch of first, what you saying?
Well, what I was saying.
2020 vision.
That's right, baby.
2020-40. 2020-40. The number 40 means something, y'all. Let's rock.
Okay, well, Spotlight Sports. All I got to say
Spotlight
about sports
Sports
is congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning Super Bowl 54.
Yes, I'll give it up to them. I'll give it up. ABA, because my team, Baltimore, lost to we couldn't make it, so salute to Mahomes. He also, again, Baltimore Ravens, Axon Jackson.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for being MVP of the league.
Yeah.
Brilliant young man. He got a bright future. But today, the stage is belonging to Kansas City.
Yeah,
so all
so
you Kansas City
congratulations.
fans and foes and whatever, shout out to you guys.
It
They
was a
did
great game, too.
Great
It was
game.
fun. It was entertaining.
It
It was
was a
fun.
great
San
game.
Francisco led all the way up until the fourth quarter.
And Mahomes did what a
Yep.
champion should do. He stayed, held his composure
That's
as a
right.
young man, and stood in there to the end. And see, so Axon Jackson, if you're listening to us, because I'm a Baltimore fan, so hopefully you're a fan of me too. So when you're a leader, you young. So when you're a leader, look at what Mahomes did versus what you did. When we got behind, you know what you did? You went on the bench and you tucked your head and you did this. So your energy transferred and we lost the game. When Mahomes started losing, he went on the bench and said, hey, get it together. We're winners. We're champions.
Yep.
So they got a ring. So that's the difference. Energy transfer. So you didn't do that right. So y'all hire me. Y'all come down there and get that thing popping in that B-more camp so we can be them running up Ravens all the way through the postseason.
That's right.
Unlike them Dallas Cowboys. We can do that.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
babe. Yeah.
I was planning to really go. I was planning to go.
I messed it up.
You don't mess your night up.
Well, let me take that back. I'm sorry.
Because let me tell you something. I have plans. After these
Okay.
flowers and all that stuff you were saying, all good.
I apologize.
I was like, tonight,
Yes.
you lucky.
Go Cowboys.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's
All
go.
right, listen. We got a great show lined up for
We
you
do.
guys tonight, right? Coming up next, we've got the first black professional boxing ring announcer. Mr. Henry Jones is going to join us after this commercial break. What?
Did you see how big, when you say the first black anything, that's big, right?
That's why I said I'm
So,
just excited.
I might be a little old because I remember seeing him reffing and doing. I remember when he came in and so we're going to talk a little bit about it because he's here to represent the city.
That's right.
And we'll be right back. Spotlight Over the City.
In 1990, Washington, D.C. saw more than 470 homicides, earning it the label murder capital of the U.S.
Shit, there you go right there. Hey, listen, when y'all pull over to the side, I'm gonna go in here and rush this dude. When y'all see me rushing, y'all rush in about 30 seconds. Give me about 30 seconds and rush the door. He ain't gonna know what hit him. What's up with you, man? How you feel, dude? Good, man. What's going on with you, man?
Man, I gotta tell you about this meeting, my nigga.
Oh, yeah, all right, how that go?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to see. I went and talked to the Diamonds the other day, man. I don't know, man. It's been a little funny.
Yeah, man.
I can't really say, but I got a funny feeling that these dudes are feeling at me.
Sure. You already know what it is. Wait for Black to get in there, give us the signal, run up in the joint, snatch this nigga up, get this bread, spaz out.
So when you leave here, you gonna go get something to eat? Yeah.
What's up, miss?
It's about time. Somebody keep calling here, hang it up. Ever since you've been gone, somebody just keep calling, hang it up. What's going on?
All right. I'll see you guys
thank
later.
you.
See you later, miss.
All right, take care.
They ain't saying nothing?
No, just keep hanging up. When you
How many
hear,
times is that?
when you hear, all day long. Every time you leave, all day long.
Man, fuck this. I'm going to Atlantic City. This is my birthday. I ain't shooting off this shit, man. What? They ain't say nothing?
Nothing at all. Just keep calling, hang it up. When you're in here, it doesn't ring. As soon as you leave, ring. Nobody's saying nothing.
Probably one of them damn females. You know how they do. Get this shit in. It's my 28th birthday.
Let's get it in. I'm
You
ready
close,
to go.
my man. My man.
Excuse me, sir. We are closed.
Get down.
Oh,
Get down.
Fuck that shit. I ain't got no shit. Get up.
Where that shit at? Get up. Get there. You know you fucking with. I don't give a fuck.
Just let me up.
Hey, Joe. Get this nigga this money, man. Else he gonna kill you.
I don't got no. I'm gonna take you to some money. Just let me up.
All right, get your ass up there. Come on.
Get me up, man.
Let's go.
Just get me up. I'm gonna take you to some money, man. It's tricky.
Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City. We got us a +1, but before we introduce, let me shout out a few people on Facebook. What's up, Frank? What's up, Josetta? Did I say that right? Please don't fight me.
Hey, Allie.
Allie. What's up, Allie? Everybody.
Tawana Terrell.
What's up, Tawana? Big Jeff, Southside. What's up, Hope Southside in the building? Gina.
Share the
all
show,
of y'all. Y'all share the show. What's up,
Share
Hope?
the show.
We see you guys. We're going to get to y'all in a minute. We got something just for the city. So, I'm sorry. So let's introduce. Because I only want to.
You want to do
that? Okay, yeah.
Oh, you could do the let's get.
No, you can't do that.
Can't
No,
do that.
can't do that. Can't do
know.
that. Yeah,
I know.
that's Michael Buffer, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I don't want no smoke. Okay, so I'll just say, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
coming to the stage.
Yes.
Okay, coming to the set.
Coming to the set.
The first. The original.
The original.
Black.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Henry Discombobulating
Jones.
Jones.
Give it up.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for coming, man. We
Thanks for
appreciate you
having me.
being a
We're
part
ready
of the
to
show.
do it, so let's step to it.
Yes. Oh, you can patent that, right?
I
Okay.
get patent.
I love
That's
it.
your thing?
It is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I
That's
like
right.
that.
I mean, this is a pleasure and certainly unprecedented what you're doing, and I just see you empowering the community through your
Thank you.
vision.
Yeah.
Certainly, Spotlight Over the City has the vision for 2020.
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank
perfect.
you so
We
much.
really appreciate you, man. And thank you
Yes.
for being a part of the family. We appreciate and respect everything that you have done because I don't know that people understand. So first of all, I'm a double back. We want to ask who you are as Mr. Jones himself. And how did you even get involved with refereeing? Were you a boxer?
Okay. I was amateur boxer. I wasn't very good, mind you, so I said, must be an easier way to stay in this business. But no, I'm not the referee. Now, you said ring announcer and referee.
I'm
Two different
sorry.
things.
I'm sorry. I made you a referee.
I'm
Ring
I'm the ring
I meant ring announcer. I
Just
just
like
turned it
Michael
around.
Buffer, he's my mentor. He's
Yeah.
been my mentor
Wow.
for close to 30 years. I got to a certain level, and well, I'm coming into my own. Let's say that,
Okay.
without anybody helping me to do that. But I tried some other things. I tried to be an actor. That didn't work out. Tried to be a comedian. Got hit with eggs on stage one night. Seriously, the yoke was on me. You understand?
Yeah. But you tried. You
I
tried.
did. I followed behind Chris Thomas. You know Chris
Yeah,
Thomas?
yeah,
in the
yeah.
city.
He
It was
the
at the old
homeboy local.
Improv on Wisconsin Avenue.
Okay.
And I knew I was doomed from the start because they gave me number 13, right? And he was number 12. So he got a standing ovation. I wouldn't hand it in my 13 card to the host. I said, I can't follow.
I can't do
He
that.
said, that's a good choice, young man.
Yeah.
So I went to the D.C. Boxing Commission trying to be a color commentator. They didn't have any TV contracts, but the gentleman at the time, may rest in peace, Mr. Gilbert Ware, deputy commissioner, he said, well, you're articulate, you know boxing. If you want to be on the microphone, why not be the ring announcer? I said, no, I wasn't thinking about that. He said, why not? I said, I don't know. I just wasn't thinking about it. And he said something that gave me that epiphany moment. He said, there have never been any major black ring announcers in the history of boxing. Somebody has to be the first one. Why don't you try? So I
Hey.
took the challenge 31 years ago, and, thank
Wow.
God I'm still rolling.
Hey,
Wow.
man.
Listen at that story.
I love it. And so, for those people who are inspiring to do something, looking for a blueprint, sometimes you have to what? Be that
That's
blueprint,
exactly
and
right.
you are that.
That's
and
right.
So that's
and
really
you
commendable.
said something earlier. Don't get caught up about the money. Get the exposure and experience. Because the first 15 years, I would drive from here, Buffalo, New York, down to Atlanta, and do fights for free just to get that experience and exposure, so they can see me. And then the money follow. I'm still not making as much as Buffer, mind you, but nobody is.
But you
say
have
that
your own
again.
phrase
That's
that you
important.
coined.
And-
What you
and-
just said
You
was
said something
important.
very valuable for those young people coming up.
That's
You said
right. Say it
You didn't
again.
make money for the first few years.
That's
Not
right.
even few years, a lot of years. But you put the work in. And so, I tell people all the time, that's how we started. We had to do a lot of free
Yes.
things, and we had to do a lot of things that would wear us out. But we had to show up, and we had to be there and give us all. It's like we got paid $1 million
That's
to be
right.
there.
And
That's
it is
right.
a million to you.
That's
You
right.
know, and certainly it's your purpose and your passion, and that's an unbeatable combination for me.
It is.
So I would pray that everybody finds theirs in life.
That's right.
That's very valuable information too, because your passion does become your and when they intertwine, then what you do is not work.
That's
And
right.
so then the money will follow,
right.
and that's what I've learned. And once I turned 50, I never did anything just for money.
Okay.
I
Okay.
decided it had to be a passion of mine, or I won't get involved.
Yep.
I won't do it.
Yep.
So anything-
31 years though, right?
Straight years.
31
Straight.
years.
That's right. Still going strong. As a matter of fact, got something big coming up in April. You know the fighter Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker?
Yes.
passed that deal.
Yes.
Rest
So I
in
went
peace.
down to his home going at the Norfolk Scope back in August. And I was disappointed because it was a third field in a 15,000 seat arena. And I thought people should have came out.
Packed it out,
I
yeah.
thought his Olympic teammates should have been there. Allen Iverson, Michael Vick. They weren't there. So God gave me a vision on the way back home. I pulled over on the side of the road and I called a friend of mine named Roy Foreman. That's George Foreman's brother. He's a promoter. We've been trying to collaborate for 20 years and never had. So I gave him the vision. I said, you need to reach out formally and invite his Olympic teammates, Michael Vick, Allen Iverson, get them, have a celebrity meet and greet, put on a fight card, have an after party. I said it would be a win-win situation. So he's making it happen April 11th at the Norfolk Scope. And I'm
Wow.
the ring announcer for it. And it's going to be
Wow.
streamed worldwide. Praise
Wow.
Yeah,
Look at God.
and give it. I
at
like
God.
that's a big deal for me. I remember I posted him when he passed. I think the biggest thing that they scar, like the same thing that's happening now, what they trying to make happen, they'll find a scar in you. So he had some struggles when he was after his career.
Don't we all?
And so exactly, but the problem is they used that against his career.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't celebrate Sweet Pea, but Sweet Pea was one of the greatest of all times I remember looking at him, and I just remember he would slip and dip, and he was just so defensive that he never even used to have to put his hands up that much. And he would just bow, 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 and get away and slip and bow, bow, bow. And he created a style for a lot of boxers to come, a whole style.
That's exactly right.
And they didn't give him the props, because I'm a boxing fan, so I knew that I watched him do this, and so I always, when he passed, I put it on my page, and I shout out to one of the greatest boxers, a legend, no matter the shortcomings.
That's right.
In the ring, he was a tough one.
Well, I want to have both of you as my guests April 11th at the Norfolk Scope. You can do a remote from there. How about that?
I would love to
would love
do it.
to.
We are, say less, we would definitely, we're honored
Got it.
actually to be a part of it, and
Most definitely.
we'll help promote it from this side as well. Those are the things that I feel is near and dear. Those things are important to happen. And those are the things that the community need to know and be aware of, the things that suit the community. And so that's why we call ourselves
Well, that's the
People's
root
Center.
word of the community is unity. And we don't have enough of that. I've invited some special guests tonight that I want you to meet. Financiers, entrepreneurs, you know.
Yeah.
They have sponsorships. This one gentleman, Dr. Amos Drummond, a retired pharmacist, he has 26 dates to put on something down at the Sylvan Monument, down at the Monument in Washington,
Wow.
D.C. So we certainly want Spotlight over the city to be one of those dates. So you got
Listen,
that.
we all in this together.
So I just want to say real quick, look at God. This is what I'm saying. I know people like, he always talking about God. Well, so what? So it's my show.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, like this.
If you didn't, I wouldn't be on the show.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. I know a lot of people. I say God is the plug. Why? Because he know all the people. So whoever I don't know, he'll make a way. And as long as you know he the plug, he'll plug you too. I never knew nothing about what this young man was about to speak on as far as that is concerned or anything. We never spoke on that. And so blessings just come when you're sincere. And I just feel like, it's an honor to have you on. And we appreciate you even speaking on us. You have to have a certain regard for somebody.
Yeah.
To even want to put
I feel the same.
Iron sharpens iron, man.
Yeah.
The first time I saw your show, I contacted you because I
Exactly.
felt it.
Yep.
It's spiritual for me.
Yeah, this has been scheduled for a long time.
That's right.
Exactly.
I don't operate at anything but that.
And there you
I
have it.
eliminate toxicity.
Got to.
That's what you have
That's
to do.
it.
Got to.
That's
And
right.
so you
y'all real. Y'all for real.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you so
and that's
much.
the energy that we like to transfer too. So most of our guests become family.
Yes.
And most of the time, if they don't, it's not because we didn't do well with the guests. It's just that the energy don't always transfer.
That's right.
No hard feelings. We all either way
Right.
we love on them from a distance and keep it moving.
That's right.
So anyway, we thank you.
We got 2 questions. What we do with sometimes guests will send questions, right? And they sent 2 questions for you.
All right.
And one is, can you ask him what was his favorite part about being a boxing announcer? What was your favorite part about that?
I think meeting people, the travel. Most people don't know that I have a master's degree in social work. I just retired from D.C. government for 37 years. Working
Wow.
with teen parents, returning citizens. Last 2 years, I was the supervisor for the city for the missing and runaway youth. So I love to empower people, especially younger people,
Right.
who haven't had a father figure in their life. So I've
Big
been a
deal.
surrogate father to thousands, and they
Big
come
deal.
back to me years later and appreciate what I've said and done for them. So in my travels, I love to incorporate the youth and youth organizations. And so I'll continue to do that even in my retirement because you never really retire, do you?
That's it.
I know, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
Especially
Okay.
when you're doing something you love,
That's
right?
right. So I get up every day with that newfound energy.
Wow.
But I want to say that's commendable though, because like when I work with the youth, it gives me energy because I tell them I get as much out of this as you.
That's right.
So I can tell that you do this with a passion and you really sincere about what you're doing. So I commend you for that.
And the other question that someone submitted is to ask him, out of all the fights that you announced for, do you have like a favorite? Was there a favorite moment for him?
No, absolutely.
What was it?
Indelibly etched. Before I say that, understand this. There hadn't been any black ring announcers of note, and certainly you never saw anybody on the air. So for years, when television came to the DMV area in D.C. in particular, they would kick me to the curb and bring in somebody that didn't look like me. Well, I connected with a young man named Mark T. Sharp Johnson back
Shout
in
out, Mark.
1988.
Shout out, Mark.
Didn't know him from Adam, but I saw the talent was unmistakable, undeniable, how he played with his opponent and knocked him out. So after he won the fight, I went up to him, I said, young man, you're going to be champ one day. He said, you see it too. And I said, oh, he got vision for himself, right? So I like how you announce, man. That pumped me up. And when I become champion, fight back at home on TV, I'm gonna make sure you're the ring announcer. 10 years later, he made our dreams come true and put it in his contract from the D.C. Army, February 22nd, 1998. And he had a first-round knockout. So certainly I'm indebted to him.
Shout out Mark.
Shout out Mark Two Shop John. And Mark had that Pee Wee style, that same kind of.
Yeah, he idolized Pee Wee. Matter of fact, he's the only fighter from D.C. proper in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He's the youngest ever to be inducted. He's the first. Bring him on the show. He's the first black flyweight champion in history.
Mark, if you listen, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, shout out Mark. I'm gonna get in touch with Mark, so I'll definitely do that. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. He's a good guy too, all around. So shout out Mark. Mark got a camp. Mark got a boxing gym here. He does. Now he's training. Yeah,
that's right. He and his father, Ham Johnson.
Exactly. One of the best in the business. Shout out Ham as well.
You know, you said
I'm a little old. I go back to the Kenilworth days and all over the Kenilworth and Ham.
You said a couple names earlier, and I'm indebted to them also. The Madness Connection.
Oh, for sure. That's family there.
I was their ring announcer forever.
Larry, Ty. Shout out to Ed, Larry, Ty, the whole Madness fam. That's the fam.
That's right.
He gave my first shot with the clothing line.
That's right.
Yes, sir, Eddie.
So, yeah, thank you, Madness.
Yeah, that's family. That's family. Good folks. So, shout out to everybody. And those are pioneers in the game who made stuff like this happen for the young boys who coming up now. This is all imitation from what they saw growing up. So, anyway, thank you for being a part of Spotlight family, man. We love any. You want to let them know how they can find you on social media before you get out of here?
Facebook is Discombobulating Jones, and IG is at Ring Announcer Jones, and certainly, matter of fact, you mentioned February being the shortest month and the designated Black History Month. This is my birthday month.
Mine too. So it's Aquarius season. Right? Yeah, give it up one time for Aquarius season. When your birthday?
Well, I'm at the end of February.
Okay, you what?
28th.
Okay, and I'm
announcing.
When am I again? I'm the 16th.
You say when?
Yeah, I'm getting old.
Well,
I'm the 16th, together. So we're going to
Right.
So I'll be announcing on my birthday, February 28th, at Maryland Live Casino.
Cool.
So I want you to come out.
We should come out.
Oh, we did.
Have a birthday party afterwards right there.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's right. So yeah.
All right, cool.
We're gonna be there.
All right.
Cool.
Yes.
So stick around, man. We love to have you be a part of the show. You stick around, hang around with us as our next guest come up. But we got to get out of here. We'll be right back with our next guest.
Yes, coming up after this commercial break, we have got the amazing Kanita Washington, and she's brought along another one of her play castmates with her. So we are going to welcome them right after this commercial.
And she can sing her face off. So
yeah.
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My rifle is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it, as I must master my life. My rifle without me is useless. Without my rifle, I am useless. I must fire my rifle true. I must shoot straighter than my enemy who is trying to kill me. I must shoot him before he shoots me. I will. My rifle and myself know that what counts in this war is not the rounds we fire, the noise of our bursts, nor the smoke that we make. We know that it is the hits that count. We will hit. My rifle is human, even as I, because it is my life. To be a soldier is to have faith. Faith in knowing that every single day we make a choice to believe in something bigger than us, a battle to protect our humanity, to put a shield around freedom, to connect with one another, a brotherhood, a family, to trust and be trustworthy, to accept pain and understand it, because being human and being hurt are the exact same thing. We are District 14.
In 1990, Washington, D.C. saw more than 470 homicides, earning it the label murder capital of the U.S.
Shit, there you go right there. Hey, listen, when y'all pull over to the side, I'm gonna go in here and rush this dude. When y'all see me rushing, y'all rush in about 36, give me about 30 seconds and rush the door. He ain't gonna know what hit him.
What's up with you, man? How you feel, dude?
Good, man.
What's going on with you, man?
Man, I gotta tell you about this meeting, my nigga.
Oh, yeah, all right, how'd that go?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to see. I went and talked to the Diamonds the other day, man. I don't know, man. They been a little funny.
Yeah, man.
I can't really say, but I got a funny feeling that these dudes are feeling at me.
Sure. You already know what it is. Wait for Black to get in there, give us the signal, run up in the joint, snatch this nigga up, get this bread, spaz out.
So when you leave here, you gonna go get something to eat? Yeah.
What's up, miss?
It's about time. Somebody keep calling here, hang it up. Ever since you've been gone, somebody just keep calling, hang it up. What's going on?
All right.
All right, thank you.
See you later, miss.
All right, take care.
I'm let her out. They ain't saying nothing?
No, we just keep hanging up. When you hear, all day long. Every time you leave, all day long.
Man, fuck this. I'm going to Atlantic City. This is my birthday. I ain't doing all this shit, man. What? They ain't say nothing?
Nothing at all. Just keep calling, hang it up. When you're in here, it doesn't ring. As soon as you leave, ring. Nobody's saying nothing.
Probably one of them damn females. You know how they do. Get this shit in. It's my 28th birthday.
Let's get it in. I'm
You
ready
closed,
to go.
man. Oh, man.
Excuse me, sir. We are closed.
Get down. Fuck that shit. I ain't got no shit. Get up. Where that shit at? Get up. Get there. You know you fucking with. I don't give a fuck.
Just let me up, hey, Joe. Get this nigga this money, man. Else he gonna kill you.
I don't got no. I'm gonna take you to some money. Just let me up.
All right, get your ass up there. Come on.
Get me up,
Let's
man.
go.
Just get me up. I'm gonna take you to some money, man. It's tricky.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, and we have a +2 actually. You want to introduce our wonderful guest today?
Our wonderful, amazing guest today that I am super excited about, right? Because I was in here during sound check, and I had to do a double take because I was like, wait a minute. I started getting goosebumps
Y'all in
during
for a
sound
treat.
check. So y'all are in for a treat. But before we get to that, let me introduce these wonderful Black beautiful women. I love it. I love Black Magic.
Black Girl Magic, right?
We have got Kenita Washington in the building.
Whoop, whoop.
And she has brought along one of the co-writers of your new play, right? Kiki is in the building.
Yeah, give it up.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Spotlight Over. He always calls me a country girl because I'm like,
Hey, y'all.
Welcome to Spotlight Over the City.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out in the rain to hang out with us. I hope you have been enjoying the show.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
Listen, let me tell y'all how this happened. We were covering a gospel event about 2 months ago, maybe?
Yes.
Out in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Kenita opened up for Leandria Johnson, right? So we didn't know what to expect from anything. Well, let me tell you something. This woman got on the stage. We interviewed you backstage
Yes,
first.
we did, yeah.
But then when she got on the stage, she didn't prepare us.
Yeah, she
for
didn't give us no
what we-
warnings, no nothing, no, just jumped out there.
So that's how this came about, and I was determined. I said, I got to get her on the show. So welcome again, and thank you.
It is such an honor to be here. So thank you for remembering us.
Yes,
For remembering
absolutely.
us. Thank you so much.
Yes. So you have a stage play coming up, right? Right around Valentine's Day.
Yes, on Valentine's Day.
Oh, on Valentine's Day. So I don't
Yes.
want to hijack your story. Tell us about this play.
All right, so we wrote this play called A Perfect Date, me and Kiki Willis.
All right.
And we have a wonderful cast. It's in Baltimore, Maryland. And let me tell you a little bit just to wet your appetite.
Okay.
A little
Okay.
bit.
Give us a little bit.
Tickets are $25 on Valentine's Day, $35 on that Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
But basically, it's about a relationship, and we love to dig and talk about things that the church and others don't really like to dig in. So every woman wants the perfect man, so we entitled it The Perfect Date. But really, the play is about, are you really ready? And you're looking for that perfect man, but do you have a job? And we always, put all these restraints on men and why they need to come. But it kind of gives women, just, are you preparing yourself? Have you gotten over childhood wounds? Anything that would kind of stunt you from being in a relationship, a healthy relationship.
Be what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
so it's a lot of things about communicating in relationship, getting over past hurts, but it's full of fun. You're going to pee on yourself. You're going to die laughing, right?
It's fun.
It's funny.
So without getting too far into it, give us one aspect of something that the church wouldn't touch that you guys touch on.
Abuse, specifically with leadership. When the lives of, if you go into the pastor's house, you go into the history. You talked about history earlier. When you go behind closed doors, what the real picture of, Sunday morning we put on our Mac, we put on our face, but what really goes on behind closed doors. And we just give you a little peek, and this doesn't bash pastors because we support pastors because they get a lot of, they get a lot of riffs. So we don't here to bash anybody, but to build up is what we're going to do.
Right.
But also expose some myths of the African American community in our family, and also how to help heal some of the relationships in the family. That's what it's all about.
Ooh, is it gonna be any singing?
A little singing. We got some singing. We got some comedy. We really, I believe this is our greatest piece. I've been doing this for, my son is 21. Shout out Jeremiah.
Hey Jeremiah.
I've been doing this for about 20 years. And I would say, I keep saying, I think this is it.
This might be the best one.
I think Tyler Perry might need to see this.
Okay, so I'll tell you what.
Yes.
We're going to touch and agree. We touch and agree. I say right here on Spotlight Over the City that this is going to be the greatest one.
Yes.
Thus far. Not the greatest one, but the greatest one thus far.
Like,
and it's going to propel you guys to greater heights. How about that?
Absolutely.
And we're going to support you guys 100%. So let them know more about that play and where they can get
How
the
they
tickets.
can get the tickets, where is it?
All of that good stuff.
Located. We got a flyer. Y'all put the flyer up.
Yes.
We do with a flyer.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect Date, Valentine's show. Okay, can I see that?
We're so
I think I
excited.
got it together.
Two shows.
Covers Presbyterian
Valentine's
Church.
Day Friday.
Yep.
$25 per person, and on Saturday it's $35 per person.
Yes. Yep.
And one couple will win a $75 gift certificate to Timbuktu and
Timbuktu.
crab cakes.
Oh, man. And the stuffed shrimp,
Yes.
though.
Come on. And the scallops.
Why y'all had to
Come
Timbuktu?
on.
Don't do that right now.
Okay.
All right, let's get back to it.
Yeah,
I
y'all
lost
are in
focus.
for a treat this weekend. So please make sure you support the play. It's going to be the best one thus far.
The
just
best.
like she said.
Yes.
And looking forward to it.
That's definitely.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys come out and support. We have to come out and support. You can't do everything from the sofa. Sometimes you got to come out and meet some people and social network.
Absolutely.
In person. We can't just social network on social media.
That's
Sometimes
right.
We got to be in person. So
That's right. So make sure you all support this amazing play. And I want you all to get ready because we got something
time
special for you. We're going to let her sing.
You kicking us off already? What's going on here?
Because I'm anxious. I want to get her ready. I want them to hear what I heard during sound check. So I'm a little pressed.
Okay, so before she look, I ain't even asked I had some questions stashed in my pocket.
Bring your questions.
Okay, well I ain't gonna pull them out, but I'm gonna just ask you a few questions. First of all, who's your favorite artist, or who inspired you to become an artist?
To become an artist, Yolanda Adams, actually. I love the old Riding Through the Storms. I see my best friend Nicole Steele. I knew every note, every song.
Every note, every song.
Everything
Yes,
Yolanda
girl.
Adams did. I mean, she got me through my teenage years, okay? So she was a basic, one of the greatest. She
We
wasn't
had her
about the
sister
ritz.
on the show about a month or so ago.
Wow.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah. So yeah, she was definitely an inspiration in my life. She wasn't about the riffs and the runs. She was about soul, and you, like you said, you felt chills, and that's what I want to do and bring to an audience. And I do seek the audience of one. I want to make sure he's pleased first of all, but I also want to make sure that people are impacted, and I bring them into what we have on a daily basis.
Yes,
Well, you guys have beautiful energy, so I know that it's going to work for you and
Thank
speak
you.
that thing in 2020 into existence.
Yes.
So we had to decree and
Tyler
declare,
Perry.
right? And
Hey,
Tyler Perry going to be
listen.
calling and saying, girl, I saw the
Call
play.
her.
Blah, blah, blah.
Call her, Tyler.
Come on, we
That's
waiting.
Right. So without further ado, we're going to let you guys get on stage. We'll go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back with your, she going to sing a face off now. So y'all get y'all shares together. Tell your friends, get to the screen so you can check this.
Share the show.
Share the show.
Share the show.
Share the show.
Share the show. Share the show. Touch your neighbor,
We'll
say
be
share the show.
Touch and agree. We'll be right back. Spotlight over City.
Hey everybody, it's your girl T-Bomb from Spotlight Over the City. I am here in Glen Burnie, Maryland at Fresh Start Church. We are here for the Leandria Johnson Gospel Concert of the Year, put on by Terrell Entertainment along with Commodore Independent Films. Thank you so much for having Spotlight Over the City. We are looking forward to this concert. We have seen some lovely, amazing people in the building tonight, and it is going to be lit.
And your friends are nowhere to be found. Take it to the Lord in prayer. When the enemy is knocking at your door, take it to the Lord in prayer.
The Fisher Girls, woo!
We're from Baltimore City, born and raised, and we've been expecting our album to come out sometime next year. Yeah, but that's what we're doing, our full album. Doing a lot of work, and we're excited to be here tonight.
She's so good looking, y'all. Like she said she's gonna give me her dress.
Yes, I said I was going to give it to her, take it off and give it to her. But my name is Kenita Washington. I always say I'm from Washington, D.C. That's how people remember me. I have a new single that came out May 5th, 2019. It's called Blessings, Blessings, because everywhere you look, blessings, blessings.
The funny Tanya Lewis is in the building, cracking me up tonight.
Well, I'm excited to be here tonight. What I have upcoming is my stage play, which is touring the area, so they can find it on social media, touring stage play.
Come on, you heavy ladies. Take it to the Lord in prayer. When I call him, oh, when I call him, he will answer. Oh, when I need him, that's all I gotta do is take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, yeah. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Whatever it is. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, yeah. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, yeah. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, yeah. Take it to the Lord in prayer. You need to take it to the Lord in prayer. You can depend on him. Yeah. I will trust in him. Him only. You can depend on him. Through it all, trust in him. Oh, him only. Oh, you can, I promise you can depend on him. Nobody else can do you like he can. Listen, when the storm of life is raging and the tears are falling, and nobody is there, when you feel all alone
it. Oh, yes it will. Say, I know a change will come. Well, go ahead on then. I know a change. Come on, you ought to look at your neighbor real quick and shout and say, I know a change. I know a change. Yes it will. Come on, look at your neighbor and say, I know a change. Yeah. It get ugly sometimes. But hang on in there. I said, he didn't wait till I got it all together to come rescue me. He rescued me in my sick mind. And guess what he said? I'll never leave you, I'll never forsake you. I beat this. Can I? I'm trying to tell you what I go through. Can I beat this? I asked myself that question. Can I? Or what kind is this do a little bit? I believe it. Somebody say, I know a change. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. I know a change will come. If you believe it, you ought to make some noise in this house.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Terry Long from Spotlight Over the City, and guess who I have here with me? Everybody's favorite, Leandria Johnson, just blew the roof off in here. She is so anointed. You ministered to us. I'm going to not cry through this interview. I want to get you out of here really quick, but I just want to say we love you, and I wanted to ask you, for all of our viewers and listeners, what's next for you?
Well, what's next? It's hopefully a book, a movie, bio of my life, and definitely some new music that's on the way in the top of January. So we're just excited. I have a conference called the I Am Conference that I'm planning and putting it together also just to be, in just empowerment, our women, and just telling our women, listen, we can make it. We can move through, and that's what's next. I am. Who are you when you look at yourself in the mirror when you wake up? So I am what?
Yes, I'm loving it. So January is when we can look for some new music.
Yes, definitely January, the top of January. So we working on it. So we just taking our time and making sure that it's right. So we excited though.
I want to thank you for blessing all of us tonight. I want to thank you as you've been a true blessing, and I am a groupie. I will be following you wherever you go, honey.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much for stopping by Spotlight Over the City.
That's right. Spotlight Over the City. This your girl, Leandria Johnson.
I'm Kenita Washington, and I'm so excited to join you with Spotlight Over the City. Thank you again for having me. I'm going to be singing my new single, Blessings, Blessings. Everybody in the studio say, Blessings, Blessings. All right, come on, DJ, we ready. Y'all say again, Blessings, Blessings. Come on, if you're declaring that 2020 is going to be your year of blessing, blessings, say blessings, blessings. Everywhere you look, blessing, blessing. Everywhere you look, blessing, blessings. Everywhere you look, blessings, blessings. You won't have room to receive. Everywhere you look, blessings, blessings. Everywhere you look, blessings, everywhere you look, blessings and blessings. Listen, yes, indeed, it won't be long. God says, I will restore unto you all you've lost. One thing fast on the hills of the other. You won't be able to keep up, and everything that you cried for, the Lord your God is well able to do what seems impossible. And everywhere you look,
Everywhere you look, blessings, blessings. You won't have room to receive. Everywhere you look, blessing, blessings. Hey, everywhere you look, yes, indeed, it won't be long. The Lord says, I will restore unto you all you've lost. One thing fast on the hills of the other. You won't be able to keep up. And everything that you prayed for, the Lord my God is well able to do what seems impossible. And everywhere you look, blessings on blessings. Blessings on blessings. I declare and I decree today, blessings on blessings. He said, I'll make everything right again for my people. The Lord says, blessings like wine pouring down in your life this year. The Lord says, I'll make everything right again for my people. I don't know about you, but whatever you're declaring for this year 2020, just wherever you are, say blessing, blessings. Hallelujah. You'll have blessings going out. You'll have blessings coming in. Blessings going out when you come in. Everywhere you look, blessings on blessings. Your family is blessed. Your children are blessed. Finances are blessed. Your job is blessed. This business is blessed. Everywhere you look is blessed. Everywhere you look, your family, your job, blessings on blessings. Everything you put your hands to, you'll see increase. Blessings on blessings. Yes. Somebody look up and receive and say, blessings on blessings. If you receive it, if you believe it, you shall receive. Somebody just lift your hands and say, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, all mine, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. The blessing is yours. Everywhere you look, blessings on blessings. Hallelujah. Blessings on blessings.
Y'all know y'all set me up. Y'all know I'm short. Give it up one more time for Kenita Washington in the building. When I tell you blessings on blessings, you never know what you're going to get on Spotlight Over the City. When you come on Spotlight, you never know if you're going to get a hip-hop track or you can get an R&B track, but whatever it's going to be something really good, something really soulful, something really that can touch you. And so we thank you guys. We thank you, Kenita, for being a part of Spotlight. You did an amazing job. Thank our guest, Mr. Jones himself, the amazing. Give it up one time for him in the building. And all the boxing fans, we appreciate you guys, and all the great artists that we've had in the past. We appreciate you guys as well. What I want to say before I go is this. Never be too cool to pray. Never be too fly to pray. Always know there's a higher entity than yourself. And when you run into trouble, if you haven't put something higher than you, then you have nothing to go forward. So with that being said, we got to get out of here, you guys. I think we're a little bit over our time, but we always close it by saying, love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight over the city.
Spotlight over the city.
You ready to rock, y'all? To the beat, y'all. Keep going, run, you don't stop.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city.
Welcome to Spotlight Over the City, and I'm here with the one and only, the big homie of all big homies, Mr. James Prince himself. What's going on, big homie?
Oh, yeah. What's up, DC?
I put the spotlight on your city.
The moral voice of the movie. I'm playing an old school cat that's in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get them first, so that's how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
You got
warrants in DC?
I got warrants all over the place. I got warrants in 6 countries.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby.
I'm going down high follow in the E class with the goggles, 96 models.
No, we can't say. I can't say.
The one and only Guy Lambert is in the building.
I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, I put the spotlight.
Saying your spotlight over the city is on to something bigger than y'all think.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? Keep clapping, so I put it happened to that boy.
Oh, yeah. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar.
Y'all backstage with the one and only Mr. Trey Chaney. Give it up one.
And when you in the DMV, you rocking with Spotlight over the city.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar.
Spotlight over the city.